All right, shalom, shalom, boys here. While out on the land on this beautiful day, doing some gardening work. And it is the dead of winter. And people be like, why are you doing gardening work in the wintertime? Because that's when I do all my gardening work. Uh, what do we have here? We have a pile of wood chips that, again, I got for free from the same people that are cutting down all these trees. And they're dumping it in the dry creek bed on the side to deal with my erosion issue. But in addition to that, they have wood chips. So what am I doing? Filling my raised beds. Now this is my raised bed that I'm going to grow blueberries in. But we're going ahead and filling that all with wood chips, and I will use the rest in the spring as mulch. So as you see, we have the various layers and microbes. You see all of that organic material is breaking down. So it'll continue to do that through the spring. And so all I have to do is just basically just monitor it. But this is how I put my raised beds to bed. And from there, we go ahead and plant. But just wanted to show you something else when it comes to the greenhouse. So as you see, just plenty of wood that we have. This is like one of 4 piles, and this stuff, I'm telling you, man, this is the good stuff. You see that? This is good wood ready to be split. But just going ahead and to the greenhouse so that I can just do a little bit of a review there. Go ahead and see if I can disconnect this at the same time. It's low tech, ladies and gentlemen. What we got here in the greenhouse, I've been able to pull up the plastic that I have on one side, and you see all this organic material that I'll take the tiller and till it all in when the time is right in the spring. But I pulled this area back so that the sheep can come up in here as well as the chickens and come and scratch. And what's going to happen is that all of that sheep shit is going to fill up all of this area. And what do you see here? Again, the same concept, using wood ash to go ahead and add calcium to the soil. Sheep shit, potassium, nitrate, all of this stuff is good. Nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, it's all in the organic material that we have. So what do? I take the wood ash and the wood stove and I sprinkle it all in here. You see what the chickens are doing? They're coming and scratching it and everything. And so it's just an efficient way of going about growing food where I don't have to purchase any kind of fertilizers because my fertilizers are right here. Okay. And so I'm going to be putting in a shitload of raised beds in here for the fall, in the spring and in the fall, so that I can extend my growing season. I plan on putting greenhouses within greenhouses. I'm going to be buying some more plastic. But these are the plans that I'm implementing in order to prepare for the spring, because unlike any other spring, this is going to be the year to grow. This is going to be the year to grow as much food as you can, because we always have excess at the end of every year, or at the end of every growing season, whether sheep or venison for deer, or even veggies. And so the name of the game this year is definitely going to be to sell that organic material, or sell that excess to the public. And now it's going to sell because we got eggs, we have the infrastructure to grow as much food as we possibly can, and we have the organic nutrients necessary in order to fertilize everything. You see, take out the bucket, boom, go ahead and sprinkling it down, and that'll work then. You see all this organic material. I mean, you see one thing, but I see nice, good organic material that is ready to go with my tiller that I worked for last year when I keep it in the greenhouse, but nice and ready to go. So you see how efficient all of that is. Um, uh, Build some more raised beds, but the chickens and the sheep are going to come up in here and they're going to sleep in here during the wintertime, because this is where I like to keep them. During the wintertime, I like to keep them in here because it's a twofold process. It can fit a lot of sheep, number one, but in addition to that, all of the sheep shit that is produced, I don't have to clean up. All I got to do is till it into the soil, you see? So I don't have to spend a whole bunch of time cleaning out the pen, because the manure is right where I want it to be. You see, it's just all about efficiencies as well. So this is how it looks. You see, they're going to dig through it and they're going to scrounge through it and scratch through it and break all down in nutrients. I mean, I have some raised, some bales of hay where the hay done broke down, and what they're doing, they're going in and they're scratching it up and breaking that down, and it's going to go right back into the soil. So this is about being efficient. It's about getting a bang for your buck and a good rate of return. Because this year is going to be the year to grow some food. I got more eggs. I got more egg layers that I've purchased, and we're raising them bad boys up. But this is going to be the year. But nothing go to waste. So let me go ahead and continue to get after it. But y'all stay blessed, and prepare for raising some, growing some food. I mean, this is definitely gonna be the year where, if you have the skill, if you've been developing your skills and raising, growing food, it's really gonna come full circle this year as prices go up. But y'all stay blessed out there. All right, shalom.